Hello everyone and welcome back. Now, as you would know, a lot of my friends shoot different things compared to I do. Some shoot birds, I know you do, right? And the other one shoots portraits. So, today I asked them to bring along their lenses, the really special and sometimes kind of cursed ones along. So, I'm going to be doing a random lens challenge today. I'm going to draw from a bunch of paper and see what lens I get, and I'll have to use it for that specific shot. Anyway, we'll have to get to the place first, so let's get going. Alright, after a quick bus ride, we have arrived at Sir Joseph Banks Park. And as I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm going to be drawing from a bunch of paper with all our lenses that we have for today, ranging from something more normal, my own 70-200, which is right here. I really do hope I've drawn this lens instead of, what do you have?
So I've got a Sigma 150-600 Sport, a 14-24 Sigma, and a 24-70.
Okay, I want that. But everything's a bit, you know, not normal, right?
One super wide.
Oh God.
One super tele.
Okay, without further ado, time to draw. I know you've mixed everything up. Okay, I'll draw that one. Bit of resistance there, huh? Actually, you know what? How about you read it?
So, unfortunately for you today,
oh, you kid.
We've got the Sigma 150-600.
You kid? Can I draw again?
No.
Please, please.
No.
Where's the damn lens? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Seriously? You serious? I want to use this for dolls? How am I gonna use this thing? Oh God. Oh dear. This is the Sigma 150-600 something Sport. One of the best lenses in terms of wildlife and also value for money, because it's kind of cheap, well, kind of cheap, and still gets you to 600 with somewhat decent image quality. However, I don't think it's exactly built for portraiture or doll photography in that matter. But seeing as, you know, I drew this lens completely fair and square, I think I'll have to bear with it at least for one shot. So I'm going to walk around the place, at least try and familiarize myself with the lens, with some birds, with some wildlife, and seeing how I do. And I'll probably ask my friend about how to use this lens, because I think he's been using this thing for 1.5 years, so he's probably an expert. At least he knows a lot more in birds or using really long telephotos compared to me. So without further ado, I'm going to walk around the place. I'll probably show some photos of the birds and familiarize myself before I actually do any doll photography, and hopefully this goes well, because it's probably not. Anyway, without further ado, let's get going. Cool, Mr. Alvin. So give me some tips about how to use that thing.
So this thing right here, it's pretty heavy.
No shit.
But once you get used to it, you can just handle it pretty easily like me.
Uh-huh. Using a tripod with that thing?
Nope.
Jesus.
I'm not using a tripod.
I'm gonna use a tripod, hell no. But how's the image quality though?
Image quality is pretty good. The tracking is nice. And the 600mm range definitely gets me 90%, 95% of the photos I want in terms of tracking birds.
Uh-huh. How about shooting people though?
Shooting people? I don't shoot people.
How about taking photos of people though?
Take photos of people? Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a zoom. It does the same thing as what a bird does.
Okay. Do you think I can actually get a photo with that?
I think it is pretty doable.
Doable. Well, let's hope it is.
I don't know if it's gonna be good, but it's doable.
It's doable, but I'm sure it's going to be all right. Anyway, thank you for that, and hopefully I find something around here. But before that, I'm just going to go around the place and show you some photos of birds. With there actually being not that much in the park, I decided, well, I'll cut time short and come directly to this bridge. I forgot the name of this bridge, so editing me, please put that name right here or something. And this is one of those more special ones. The first time I came here, I thought this was a construction in progress, but turns out it's just the design. It looks pretty cool, and I thought it would look pretty good with, say, telephoto. I did not expect to use a 150 to 600 though. So I'm probably going to set up maybe along this one, along this handle, barrier, fence. So all the way here, maybe using 200 or 300-ish with a really, really high shutter speed, because I know the image stabilization on that lens is not that great. However, I don't really use past 200 on anything, or 150 for that matter, so this is going to be really challenging. I'm going to try and set things up and see how I can do with the flashes and the lights, because the sun is really, really strong. However, I've been here before, I'll show a photo right up here. It's just the same thing, but last time I used 24mm, I think, and this time it's going to be above 200. So it's going to be fun. Let's start setting up. Okay, finally done with the setup, and I've gotten this shot. It was unbelievably difficult, if I had to be honest with you. First things first, that body, those joints. Good Lord, they fell off on me 3 goddamn times. 3 separate times, so I just had to pause the entire video and just fix it on the spot. Thankfully, it's not that difficult, so I got it fixed. It's at least still working, but I'll probably have to look at it back home and see what's wrong with it. This place is also really, really goddamn loud, because I'm right above a highway, and good Lord, this is quite the place to shoot, if I'm being honest. And it's kind of windy, so every time everything moves a little bit, kind of gives me a heart attack. Anyway, let's take a look at what I'm using. Sigma 150 to 600mm sport lens. This lens is just not made for portraits, but I'm trying it anyway. Vertical composition, I wanted to use horizontal, but it's just too much. everything's just too much. At f8.0, because at this kind of range, you really don't need that big of an aperture to blur everything. And honestly, I feel like 8.0 is a bit too much, but it'll be fine, probably. 250mm, I wanted to use 400, wanted to use 300, but it was just way too much, so I gave up on that. Something at least sensible, 250, is good enough. Now, you might notice things might look closer than they were when I was setting up, because I just wasn't risking it. Everything has to be closer now, including the flashes, including the camera. Everything looks okay by now. One flash right below the camera, one flash over there, giving a balanced lighting. I'm also using one of this, the diffuser thing right here, to diffuse the light on the face, because the sun is shining right on that and it doesn't look really good. Hopefully stacking looks okay, because everything moves at just a little bit. 1mm is enough to move everything by an inch if you're talking about 250mm. All right, enough rambling. Let's take a look at the shot. Okay, good enough, good enough. I'll pack up everything and it's about time to move on. I have a little bit of time towards sunset, so I think it's about time we draw the next lens I'm gonna use. All right, to save on time, I'm going to draw the lens now and maybe just pack up this later. Oh my God, your lens just now. Do you know how much of a headache I had using that?
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I mean, enjoy is a pretty loose term, if I'm being honest. I hate your lens so much. But yeah, so a Canon just now. Hopefully I get to use my 70-200 or my 15-35, or at least your 24-70, okay? Please, for the love of God, okay? Where's the stuff? Right here, okay. I remember you were holding on something really tight just now, so I'm gonna draw something. A bit loose, eh? That means it's good stuff, eh? It's good stuff, isn't it? A 40mm? Where's the do we have a 40mm?
We do, right here.
That small? It's literally an egg. You're telling me I'm going to use a Canon and then using the egg? Can I have that back?
No.
Please?
No.
Can you draw again?
No.
Something?
No, can do.
I gotta use this? Seriously? Guess I'll have to use this then. Literal egg. So, let's pack up. All right, done with that shot, got my lens, and well, it's a pancake. It's literally an egg. It's very small, but I am a bit confident in its image quality in some ways, because I know this thing's pretty good, but the rendering, the colors is going to be a bit of an issue. I aim to shoot sunset with it, so I'm going to look around and maybe add some photos of this thing on the way, maybe test it and familiarize myself with it before I actually do anything. Hopefully this works. It's really windy down there. I don't even know if I can actually get the sunset photo, because the angle is a bit off-bore as well. So all for the best. I'm gonna go find my friends and hopefully I can get something to end the day. this is foreshore boat ramp, and as you can see, it is bloody windy here. So I'm not exactly really confident on, putting my doll down because the hair is just gonna fly everywhere. But at the same time, it's been a while since I've been here, exactly 1 year if anything, and I really do want to try it. Last time I was here, I shot over on those things, but they're really wavy today, they're really shaky. I don't know if I should. So this solid concrete seems to be much better, but doesn't change the fact it's still the horrible conditions. So as you can see, the sun is right behind me instead of, along this way, which is the ideal condition, but you can't always get what you want. So I'm probably gonna try out the 40 maybe along this way with a smaller aperture, because the lens is probably not as good as the things I'm used to. So hopefully that works well. I'm honestly not sure if I'll even do it because it's just so windy and the conditions aren't really that ideal. But if everything goes right, I'll change it out and move on to the setup scene. If you can't tell, I honestly am just giving up on this shot. There's a few reasons to it, so let me explain. The first one being, I probably spent too much time over there doing that absolutely horrible shot. So I didn't have enough time to prepare for this place, change her out, and do all the setups and prepare for what's to happen. So I probably mistimed that. That's fully on me. Second reason being, oh my God, it's so windy. I'll stand up just a little bit so you can see my hair just going all around the place. And I probably think the mic picks it up, so yeah, it's pretty bad. Unless you're right down here, it's just unbearable. The hair itself isn't the main problem. Yes, it's one of the problems, but it's not the worst one so far. It's just that even on tripods, even on everything, the doll's shaking that little bit. Well, it's not a little bit, it's actually shaking quite a bit. So stacking is out of the question. Doing all those minuscule edits is out of the question. Doing all those little details that I love, all completely out of the question. And most importantly, I can't even do a stacking shot if this happens. So no way, I can't even do that. It's just so bad. I don't know why Sydney recently has been really windy, and maybe it's because of the season, maybe it's because of the Arctic winds, I have no idea, but it is just horrible. By no means, it's not because of the lens, I'm not blaming it, it's not bad, it's actually really good. And today basically gave me a bit of creativity, so I'm gonna show the prototype or the unfinished version of this shot later on screen. But for now, let me go over the setup as well. 2 flashes, however, I don't have enough time to fine tune them, so the light's over yonder and the flash is over here. So it's not quite balanced, everything's a bit bad, honestly, so it's fully on me. Vertical composition, 40mm, shooting a vertical one, getting the light poles all over here, and yeah, I try my best. So here's that prototype. Okay, all done. Time to pack up. It's just so cold, so windy, and honestly, I've had enough. Okay, so today was a bit of a disaster, I'll be honest with you. A random lens challenge out of nowhere is kind of destined to fail. I didn't really plan it out that well, and I was just hoping to get something good out of it. The main point of this is not to get really good photos, it's just to push my creativity a little bit more and put myself in a more uncomfortable situation, because as you can tell, the Super Tele wasn't really what I was used to, and the 40, the pancake little small lens, also not what I'm really used to. I'm not concerned about the image quality per se, it's just that being uncomfortable sparks my creativity a little bit more. I'll be attending an event in a few days, and I'll also be doing some human portraits. I've gone so long without doing that, so hopefully that pushes my creativity a little bit more and gives me something new. I do need a little bit of help with making new images, so hopefully that helps. The plane behind me is really, really loud, so hopefully under all that you can hear me clearly. Soon I'll be also doing a phone-only challenge. I feel like that's going to be even more horrible, but hopefully that's going to be more well-planned because one's indoor and one's outdoor, but I'm not going to spoil that one. Go watch that video if I've uploaded that already. Stay on this one or watch another one. I don't know. But anyway, thank you very much for watching to the absolute end of this very, very horrible video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Lemon, out.